Hello friends, it's me, and today, olive oil coffee. Let's check out Food Theory. The new Starbucks drink is a total failure. Olive oil coffee from the Food Theories. Together, let's go.
In the food world, there are plenty of dumb ideas. The McLobster roll, the Whopperito, the Taco Bell Chocodilla. But there are dumb ideas, and then there are dumb ideas. With a capital D-U-M, dumb. Case in point, Starbucks' newest drink sensation, the Aliato. Coffee that's infused with, get this, olive oil. Oh goody, now I can have coffee that tastes like salad dressing. But not only is this one of the dumbest decisions of any food chain ever, it's also stupidly dangerous. Get ready, Starbucks. It's time we have ourselves a little talk.
Alright, let's give you the benefit of doubt. This video came out in the year 2023, 1 year ago. Right now it's in the year 2024, so yeah. Food Theory.
Hello, Internet. Welcome
Food Theory is spelled wrongly.
to Food Theory, the medium
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory.
roast show with dark roasted amounts of knowledge. So, have you seen the latest trend over at your local Starbucks? Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Aliato, a stomach-churning mix of coffee and 1 or more full tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, designed to make your coffee drinking experience smooth and satisfying while providing the quote, good fat health benefits that olive oil is said to provide. As you might imagine, any new Starbucks product is gonna spark hundreds of taste testing videos across the interwebs. But something as unusual as this, yeah, it's taken it to a whole nother level. And let's just say that the reviews are mixed, which is more than can be said about the drink itself.
Kind of tastes like greasy coffee.
Just looking at it, you can immediately tell that this ain't your dad's brew from the diner down the street. This is a viscous, goopy way to start your day. And let me tell you, if viscous and goopy are the words that you're using to describe your morning coffee, who hurt you? Seriously, we're an open forum. We are here to help. Then again, maybe I'm being too dismissive with all this. Maybe this thing is brilliant and delicious and a new benchmark in caffeinated health. So, is the Aliato a good drink for your taste buds? And more importantly, is it a good drink for your body? Or is this one joining the dishonorable ranks of the Bell Beefer and the McDLT? What could possibly possess a company to do something like this? And just how bad can it really get? Well, stay tuned, because there's more under the slimy surface of the Starbucks Aliato than meets the eye. First of all, before I knock it, I probably should try it, right? I can't just go around judging stuff that I've never experienced, and I take personal pride in my scientific approach to tasting new weird food products.
Oh, good point. It's like, don't judge a book by its cover.
If you let it sit in your mouth for too long, your mouth is gonna like stay shut.
Oh, look at nice slice.
It's pretty good. You know it's jelly because jam don't shake. So good.
So naturally, when I learned that the Aliato existed, I sent someone else to drink one. As you might or might not know, I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but I am a good theorist. So I recruited Food Theory creative director Santi. I sent someone else to drink one.
Wait a minute, what's happening?
Jelly because jam. If you let it sit in your mouth for too long, your mouth is gonna like stay shut.
Oh, look at nice slice.
It's pretty good.
There's something wrong with my computer just now for a moment, I'm sorry.
You know it's jelly because jam don't shake. So good.
So naturally, when I learned that the Aliato existed, I sent someone else to drink one. As you might or might not know, I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but I am a good theorist.
Certificate of Achievement proudly presented to Matthew Patrick, tasting the craziest food for entertainment.
So I recruited Food Theory creative director Santi to give us his thoughts. Santi, take it away.
It is
Hi Santi. Hi.
disgusting, and I hate this. This is by far the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay, so not exactly glowing reviews there, but most of the time the healthiest foods do tend to be some of the most hated. Liver, for instance, full of nutrients, but that doesn't make it suck any less to eat. So maybe the Aliato's the same way. Maybe there are other reasons that you should be putting olive oil in your coffee that don't involve, you know, actually enjoying it. So I
disagree with you, my pet. Liver is delicious if you cook it properly. If you cook it deliciously, it tastes great. It's tasty if you cook it properly.
a little deeper. And unfortunately, when you lift the hood of this particular beverage, you encounter some issues immediately. As in, before it even goes into your mouth. Take a look at the Aliato menu items. Notice anything? In a sea of incredibly complicated Starbucks menu items, the one thing that I noticed is that all the Aliato options involve milk. Aliato Golden Foam, Aliato Cafe Latte, and Aliato Iced Shaken with oat milk and toffee nuts. Why no straight shot of espresso with a tablespoon of olive oil? Well, the main reason is because the literal chemistry of coffee and olive oil don't mix. mix. That's right, these two items don't even belong together on a molecular level. Coffee, you might remember from our coffee is soup episode, is technically a water-based broth. Oil is literally just oil. And one thing that everyone knows is that water
And okay, so one thing is, oil do not like to be mixed with water. We all know that.
and oil don't mix. So if you try to combine these two on their own, the EVOO just slides off the surface like an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. That's where our friend milk comes in. Milk, as you probably know from all our spicy food episodes, contains both water and proteins like casein, which means that it's a little bit fatty and a little bit watery. So it's needed to act as the bridge between the watery coffee and the oily olive oil in the aliado. These two substances do not want to mix. They literally need an intermediary to even speak to each other. So things aren't starting off strong for this particular drink. That's before you even start diving into what's happening down in your stomach. You see, the aliado is primarily marketed as a healthy drink. The rationale here is that olive oil is a healthy fat, and as such, having a shot of it every day is going to be good for you.
Some experts say that adding oil to your cup of joe could be beneficial to your health.
There's some research that suggests that olive oil may be beneficial in terms of supporting heart health, lipid levels, and reducing systemic inflammation on the whole.
Basically, it's your spoonful of medicine that helps the coffee go down. But how can fat be healthy? Well, our understanding of fat in food has evolved a lot over the last few decades. The prevailing theory today is that unsaturated fats are healthy because they help lower cholesterol and act as an antioxidant. So where do you get unsaturated fats? In stuff like avocado oil, coconut oil, and yes, olive oil. That is why you've been seeing celebrities from Selena Gomez, Kim Kardashian, and Beyonce all making headlines by taking their one shot of olive oil a day. The world's obsession with olive oil in particular, though, is based on the popularity of the Mediterranean diet, a diet that's based on how people have historically eaten in countries like Italy and Greece. Why would we want to eat like them? Well, the Mediterranean has a reputation for people living longer and having lower rates of chronic diseases than the rest of the world. So hey, when some people in those countries routinely take a spoonful of olive oil in the morning, we as Americans see that and of course do the same, after plopping that oil straight into our morning cup of coffee alongside a bunch of milk and added sugars. Truly, that is the American way. Except that's not the only way that we
Alright, but having said that, you do recognize that if you want to compare age, right, I would give a huge praise, huge respect to the people in Japan. Like, you can see villages in Japan in which like 80 plus years old, 90 plus years old, 100 plus years old, just doing regular jobs, you know, chopping wood. When was the last time that you see 100 years old chopping wood? Like, wow, just farming. A 90 plus years old farming, an 80 plus years old driving. It's like, wow, these are labor intensive occupations and they are still doing it at their senior years.
we completely missed the memo on this one. Yeah, consuming high quality
Why not include Japan into your lists? Like the Japan's diet.
olive oil does have benefits, including anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, but it's all in how you're using it and how much. The Mediterranean diet that the aliado is riffing off of here is a specialized diet that includes olive oil, sure, but it's also taken out a ton of the stuff that we just naturally eat here in the US, like all the meats, and all the fats, and all the sugars. Instead, it's mostly plant-based, with the vast majority of protein coming from nuts, legumes, and yeah, that olive oil. Meat is eaten sparingly during this diet, which is why you need to supplement it with other types of fat. Hence a little spoonful of oil each morning to basically make sure that you're meeting your nutritional requirements. But for your typical American, you're not having any trouble getting your requisite oil intake. Upper end restaurants in the US often use olive oils and avocado oils in cooking their food. But even if you're not going highbrow, most fast food restaurants are using either canola, soybean, or sunflower seed oil, which are all great sources of unsaturated fat. And all of that's not even mentioning your at-home salad dressings, aiolis, hummuses, and cakes. Unless you are cooking your food in butter and shortening exclusively, you're already getting plenty of unsaturated fat from oil in your diet, meaning this special hit of olive oil in the aliado ain't giving your body something it needs. Instead, it's giving your body way too much of something it's already getting enough of. Interestingly, this has become a fairly common trend with foods that are deemed healthy by the public, where as soon as they get that healthy seal of approval, nobody knows when enough is enough. For an example of this, look at avocado toast as the last mega
Oh, Matt makes a very good point. Too much of a good thing is bad. It's like, hey, eating apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But if you eat 100 apples per day, I'm pretty sure you'll be seeing the doctor soon. Pretty sure. If you eat 100 apples per day.
a hit in the food scene. Market research reports that avocado toast has increased 185% across menus in the US in the last 4 years alone. Just like with olive oil, people are obsessed with all the health benefits that come with avocado. Except, in all that excitement, they forgot that a single medium avocado has 22 grams of fat. Sure, avocados and olive oil are dense in healthy fats, but no matter how healthy they might be, consuming too much of any good thing can get bad in a hurry. And in the case
See, too much of a good thing is bad.
of olive oil, it can lead to all kinds of problems like diabetes and heart disease, while also packing on more calories than you need, meaning tighter
There needs to be proper balance, proper control, and proper dieting, proper understanding of what you are consuming, what you are doing.
pants across the board. The Aliato, unfortunately, follows this too much of a good thing trend every step of the way. If you take the Grande Aliato Golden Foam, for instance, the medium size has a smooth 380 calories to start your day, without even adding any solid foods to your breakfast lineup. Regular coffee, as a reminder, has close to 0 calories. Again, it is just watery bean broth, so all the additional, quote, nutrition in here is from oil and other toppings. But hey, I believe in fueling your bod, so what exactly does that 380 calories get ya? Well, it's not exactly a balanced breakfast. For 380 calories, I'd hope to see a stray vitamin or mineral in the mix, but nope, there is no hint of any of those. For all you tough bros and broettes who love working out and getting in some good protein, bad news for you too, since there's only 2 grams of protein in this entire thing. So what are you getting in there? A deeply upsetting 34 grams of fat, including 10 grams of saturated fat. You know, that's the bad kind. It's a big old no-no for your arteries. Overall, that 34 grams of fat is 44% of your body's total fat needs for the day. And that's happening in one medium-sized coffee, which is about the same number that you're gonna find in your average Big Mac. You know, that fast food item from the Golden Arches, 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Yeah, this
I just love it that MadPat is like the Golden Archers. Yup, we all know what you mean.
3-ingredient drink has as much fat as that thing. Even compared to other drinks on the Starbucks menu, this one's rough. A regular cafe latte has a measly 7 grams of fat. A regular cold brew has less than 2. But hey, oil doesn't contain sugar, so at least you're skipping the extra kick of carbs, right? Try again. That Aliato Golden Foam is packing 19 grams of carbs from milk and sweeteners. Cause I know when I consume a really calorie-dense drink, I want it to stay with me for all of 5 minutes before I'm hungry again. That seems like an excellent idea. But okay, you got past the controversial taste and you reconciled yourself with the contents of your stomach. Unfortunately, friends, the fun doesn't stop there. Oh no, the Aliato promises to be an experience from start to finish. And I do mean finish. You see, the Aliato is a double whammy for your digestive system. The caffeine in coffee stimulates colon muscle activity and increases pressure in the intestines, giving you the feeling of needing to go to the bathroom, which is why a lot of people drink coffee to help them stay regular. Meanwhile, a small amount of olive oil is going to act as a lubricant through your digestive system, allowing solids to pass through easier and softening up the poopy stools. Research also suggests that olive oil can stimulate the release of bile in your small intestine, which basically means that it's helping them clear out the gunk in your system even faster. This combines with the pressure caused from your coffee and the veritable slip and slide from your esophagus down to your sphincter, and well, you can see where I'm going with this. This stuff makes you go in a way that you're not ready for. So if you're at the Starbucks drive-thru, you might just want to make sure that you're within range of your home toilet. And if you are unfortunate enough to waltz into a long meeting at work with one of these puppies in tow, your coworkers are all gonna know what's up with you when you suddenly power walk out after 45 minutes. So after all of this, I'm left with one question. Why? Why, Starbucks? Why would you make this kind of stupid decision? As it
MadPat makes a very good point. Why? Why?
usually happens, the weird decisions can ultimately be blamed on the CEO.
Today we are going to Panera. We are going to acquire an egregious amount of bread bowls, and then we're going to transform them into literal bread gloves.
In this case,
MadPat did the bread glove. He was a CEO, right?
Starbucks' CEO, Howard Schultz, took a trip to Sicily in the summer of 2022 and came back with the Aliato. True story. In what I can only speculate was some kind of post-COVID revelation trip, he eat, pray, loved himself around Italy and became enamored with the similarities between the olive oil and coffee making processes. He realized that both require nurturing the soil, careful extraction, pressing of the olives and coffee beans. He was literally like, I squeeze coffee beans, they squeeze olives. Let's put the squeezy things together. 9 months later, and here we are, all lining up for this drink like it was released by Mensa. Some guy who does not grow olives, is not a nutritional expert, and definitely produces the highest sugar, caffeine, and calorie-dense beverages on the planet, decided that this was going to be a good, healthy idea. And we're like, well, I guess if Kim K's on board, I'll do it. The best irony in all of this is that even the idea that coffee and olives are similar is kind of meaningless. In fact, there are tons of things that are cultivated in a similar way to coffee and olives, and there is no reason, outside of some thinly veiled marketing gimmick, to pair the two of them together. You ever hear of wine? You know how they're made? By squeezing grapes. Does that make you want to pick up caffeinated Chardonnay? No, it doesn't. If crushing
Oh, tomato sauce, chili sauce.
grapes ain't doing it for you, try cocoa beans, since people actually do like chocolate and coffee mixed together. You know how to make chocolate? Carefully cultivating cocoa beans and then smashing them. If you really want me to beat this over your head, Starbucks, I'll even throw in sugarcane, another crop that you carefully cultivate, harvest, and then cold press, and one that doesn't add 34 grams of fat into your morning routine. Bottom line, there's no poetic story here about the marriage of coffee and olives. There is no reason to drink them together for your health or for your taste buds. So after all of that, I hope you get up, you go down to your local Starbucks, and for the sake of your mental and intestinal integrity, choose anything else on the menu. Except not the refreshers, we debunk those too. You can actually click on that one right now to watch, thanks to this end card. Or, you could just find out that coffee is a weird version of bean soup. That video is over on the right. As always, my friends, remember, it's just a theory. A food theory! Bottoms up, unless you're drinking the Aliato, in which you just throw it away.
Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be finding this video quite interesting to watch. Very educational and very informative. I learned a lot from this video and it was very enjoyable to watch as well. Thank you so much for providing these edutainment videos for us. Thank you so much, my pet, and think via these videos. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory! Bottoms up. And I hope to see you all in my next video. Thank you so much. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you.